Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another coffee chats with Nita, and I have one of my favorite mugs. It is what I call my snooty mini because look at her. She is so like, don't look at me, don't talk to me, and I freaking love it. I got this at Disneyland Paris and it is like such a prized possession. Like, I've drank like half the coffee. I got distracted. But it is an espresso vanilla coffee with like vanilla almond milk creamer and like a little bit of like oatmeal cookie creamer, just a little bit. Really can't taste the oatmeal creamer, but it's fine. It's still really good. So that's what I'm drinking, and today I want to talk about the holiday books that I've been reading this season. So surprisingly, that's literally the only books that I've read this month. Well, no, I've read one book that wasn't a holiday book, and it was the first book that I read of the month. Other than that, I have only been reading holiday books, and I surprisingly am like enjoying it because I thought I would get kind of burnt out, and like I normally don't read a bunch of romance like back to back and like super cutesy swoony romances, you know, like I thought I would be over it, and part of me is, I'm not gonna lie, but I really want to lean into like the holiday spirit, the Christmas swoony swoons, and like the Hallmark vibes. Like honestly, it's super cute. So I'm not mad at it. So I just want to tell you guys the books that I've been reading and just give you like kind of like how I do my reading wrap-ups, like a couple of words. Okay, I'm not going to talk too much about them, but I just want to tell you where I'm at, right? So the first book that I finished, I think, was I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgia K. Boone. And again, the cover is super stinking cute. It's like a house swap romance type situation. And they both have like romance plots, whatever, for both of the characters. One of them is like a sapphic romance, and then the other one is a small town romance. And I love both of those. I very much do. So it was really cute, really sweet, and excellent for like the holiday season for sure. And then I read on my Kindle A Novel Christmas by Charity Shanae, I think her name is. I'm too lazy to like pop it up on the screen, but it's just on my Kindle here. And this was on KU. Ooh, I'm so glad that I showed you guys because it definitely changed the screen to like some death thing. But yeah, I read that book, and it is also a small town romance. And it's about a romance writer. She's written like 20 something books, who has been threatened with getting released from her publisher if she doesn't produce like a top 10 book. Like her books are in the top 25. They're like, no, we want top 10. So they're threatening to release her if she doesn't write a cutesy cozy Christmas romance. And she's like, I don't do romance books. But they're like, you about to do a romance book or you about to be. So she's like, okay, well, let me try to find the inspiration for this romance book that I'm really not trying to write. And she goes to a town called Santa Claus, Indiana, which, fun fact, A, it is a real town, and B, I've actually been there. There's a holiday, it's a theme park called Holiday World, and I went there when I was, like a teenager. But it is super cute. It is a small town. So she goes there and she meets this firefighter who is a widow. He's grieving as best as he can, but she meets him. He actually rents out his duplex. He has like rental properties in the town, and because it's high traffic for people who want to catch that Christmas vibe, it's literally called Santa Claus. So he rents out properties for like tourists and stuff like that. So he has a duplex that he rents out, and she's staying on one side and he ends up staying on the other side, and they meet and the story goes from there. But it is cute. I don't know which one I like better between A Novel Christmas and this one, because this one, there's like a crumb of closed door spice. Like it's really nothing crazy at all. Like I would let like a teenager read this. like a high school teenager. I would let my high school teenager read this if I had one. And then this one, the novel Christmas, this one is quite spicy, and for me, I found myself skipping the spice because I didn't like, it didn't really do anything for me. It wasn't like, oh, I'm like panting and sweating type of spicy scenes. It was just like things are happening, and I felt like I didn't super connect with the characters' romance. I like the characters in and of themselves, but like, where's this romance coming from? It just didn't seem like the most genuine. It seemed kind of like surface level for me, other than like, oh, it's just a feeling type of thing. And I think I'm really not trying to like shade the authors who do this type of thing at all, because I know writing is a beautiful craft. I used to love writing myself. But I think it's kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but it doesn't do enough for me. How about that? It doesn't do enough for me to say like, oh, I don't know what it is about her. I just can't stop thinking about her. Oh, you know, I had a dream about her and like, I'm just drawn to her. Oh, there was an electric feeling when our fingers brushed when we were going for the same cup. Like, okay, but where is the substance? Like an electric feeling, and now you're like consumingly, overwhelmingly in love. Like, I don't know. But that's what this one was giving. If you can like let go of that, because just think Hallmark, like, is there a lot of depth and substance to those movies and stories? I don't know. But it was cute. It definitely gave a lot of Christmas vibe. I really like that. Out of all the books that I've read, this one probably gave the most Christmas vibes for obvious reasons. But it was okay. It was okay for sure. Then actually today I just finished up Love in Winter Wonderland by Abiola Bello. This one so far has been my favorite. This is about Trey and what's the girl's name? Ariel. Trey and Ariel. Trey's family owns a bookshop called Wonderland, and this is set in London. They own a bookshop called Wonderland, and the bookshop is in financial trouble. Like, they're going to need to sell because they're, you know, behind, and they're not getting as many customers. There's a competing bookstore in town who's discounting their books like crazy, and like, they're not able to do that because they're a small family-owned business, and you know, they got bills to pay. So Trey and his friends, including Ariel, try to help the bookstore. Also, Ariel may or may not have a little crushy crush on Trey, but thing is, Trey got a girlfriend. Trey has a girlfriend named Blair, and there's a story there, okay? But I very much love this. This one is YA. The other books that I've mentioned are adult books. This one is YA. In the author's note, I read that the author, this is her first YA book. She normally writes middle grade books, and she was kind of like apprehensive or like out of her comfort zone trying to write this. And I think she did an excellent job. Like, spoiler, I gave this 5 stars. Now, I don't know if it's just because I'm like a super Christmas high or what, but like, of all the books that I have read so far, or ever, that were holiday books, like, I think I'm putting this kind of like at the top, because it gives everything that I want. If I want to read a holiday, Christmas, cozy, swoony book, this is it. Now, in and of its like, of the genre, of the Christmas, romance, cozy, vibey genre, this is a 5-star. Now, of like all the books that I've ever read in my life, no, it's not a 5-star. I didn't cry. I got emotional, but I wasn't like about to cry or anything like that. Normally 5 stars make me cry. But I would recommend this to literally anybody. I feel like anybody would enjoy this book. So this is my favorite so far. And yeah, that's all the Christmas books, all the holiday books that I've been reading so far this month, and I'm very much enjoying it. I think I have 4 more books after I read this one, and I'm not saying I'm going to read all of them. I'll probably read definitely 1 or 2 more, but I think I'm gonna need a break after a while, because and they're all like romances. Like, I don't want to read just romance for the whole month. Like, I have a whole row of like contemporary fiction that I'm really itching to read. I want to cry again. You know, I can't go a whole month without crying over a book. Like, I really need that back. So yeah, that is what I'm reading so far in the holiday vibes that I'm catching. I didn't do a December TBR. I didn't do like a winter TBR. I will do a winter TBR, but I haven't done one so far. So none of these were on the TBR. I didn't make a TBR for this month at all. So I'm totally just mood reading and reading what I want. I do have books that I want to finish by the end of 2024 stack over here. Haven't touched any of those. But all that to say, I'm just rambling at this point. But that's what I'm reading. This is what I'm drinking. I am going to do a little bit of like boring work stuff. I'm actually like applying for this program, or I'm looking into applying for a program. So that'll be fun. I finished up my financial management class over the weekend. I almost got a B. I almost got a B, but I had an 89.5, and then I was like, dang, man. Dang, because I really didn't do as well on my last test as I really wanted to. And I was like, dang, I was so close. And then I checked my email, and my professor was like, oh, I'm so glad for like all the hard work everybody did. And for that, I'm giving everybody a 1-point bonus. So I got A. I felt like the Lord was lording on that right there, because this man, the professor, never gave any extra credit, any extra points. He's like, nope, I reviewed the test, all the answers, there's only one answer, you got what you got, sorry. Like, I just knew I was stuck with that B, and he was in the holiday spirit, okay? The Lord was lording. Anyways, so yeah, I'm done with that, and I don't have another class for like a month. So your girl is about to be, there's something in my eye. Your girl is about to be just soaking in the Christmas spirit and like reading guilt-free and just like enjoying enjoyable things like my snooty mini mug and my coffee. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. If you like the coffee chats, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll keep doing them. I'm gonna keep doing them. Clearly I've had too much. Clearly I've had too much, but thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.